Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the brand Nayaat. Brand Nayaat is a subsidiary or branch of House of Orientica. House of Orientica doesn't need an introduction, many of you are familiar with. Some of you have perfumes from them. They are one of the best perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for a few years and they have a very extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. This brand was created just a few weeks ago from the House of Orientica. They have 12 perfumes at the moment in their lineup. I unboxed and reviewed 11 of them, and this is the 12th and the final one. So this one is from their large bottle collection. There are 4 of them in this line. This one is XLNC line, and this one is called Nayaat XLNC, and this is Infinity EDP 200ml, and it retails for £90 on their website. If you go to Orientical's website, they're selling it for 90 quid. For that price, for this large bottle, that is impressive. So as always with House of Orientica and also the brand Nayaat, they give you everything plus the kitchen sink for the price you're paying. And as you can see, big box, big bottle, very thick cardboard. Attention to detail is everywhere. So let's get to the unboxing. But please, if before I do that, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your love, and let's get to the unboxing. When you do unboxing, you can't do anything about the noise. Sorry about that. Here we go. So this one is aimed for, again, unisex. All their perfumes are marketed unisex. The brand Nayaat and also the House of Orientica themselves. So as always, perfumes, scents, fragrances don't have gender. It's all marketing BS. Don't fall for it. If you like a perfume, wear it. If you don't like a perfume, don't wear it. As simple as that. So look at this huge, big, thick cardboard box. Attention to detail is everywhere. It says here Orientica. In front says Nayaat and it's XLNC. This is Infinity, and here we got a gemstone, and the box opens like this and reveals the huge bottle inside. This one is the authenticity. If you need to go on their website or their app, you can authenticize your perfume. So as you can see, a huge bottle is a tower of a bottle, massive 200ml bottle, and it's frosted glass. It's very thick, it's very heavy. Just everything about this presentation shouts luxurious. Thick cardboard and also very heavy bottle. It's like a 5 kilos bottle. At the bottom you have the metal plaque. At the top we have the cap, which is pure metal and is about half a kilo of pure metal. So please don't joke and throw this one towards anybody, because they could do a big damage and it will end up in a hospital or something. Okay, so huge cap. It's got Nayaat logo on top, beautiful design, and the bottle itself, look at this huge bottle, XLNC Infinity, and this one is a frosted glass, thick glass, and also it's a see-through. The coloring is it's like a bluish greenish color. Okay, so the atomizer is modern and silver, and here we go. Good atomizer, although it's not pressurized, but it's very good quality. So as always with House of Nayaat and Orientica, they give you everything plus the kitchen sink. And here we go. This is Infinity first sniff, first impression. Woo! So first thing it hits me is the aromaticness of it. It's very, very aromatic. Is a hint of soapiness in here, not too much. Yeah, hint of soapiness. It's a little bit of at the moment it's very citrusy. I'm smelling something like bergamot lemon combination. So it's lemony, it's citrusy, and it's very aromatic, which is coming from a lavender. The lavender in here is huge, so you need to lock your lavender based perfumes, because at the moment the lavender by far is the biggest player. It's got some sweetness to it. It's not a hugely sweet. It is a little bit more than moderate sweetness, so it is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. The sweetness here is a very good balancing act between all the players, so the sweetness is ample enough, but it doesn't take over. And also in the base we have a combination of woods, which is, they are very, very clean woods. To my nose it's a cedar sandalwood combination, which giving it that woody base, but it's overall it's quite clean. I'm smelling some fruitiness in here. It's a little bit of that tropical fruitiness to it. Probably I'm smelling something like pineapple in here. I'm not sure if there's pineapple in here, but it smells like pineapple to me. It smells like a little bit of probably something like a mango. So it is a little bit of tropical fruit to it, but it's not a huge player at the moment. It's in the background. The biggest player right now is the aromatics, which is the lavender. Could be the violet leaf in here as well, because the aromaticness is a very, very big component of this fragrance. So if you like your aromatic fragrances, this is a very, very well done perfume. The first thing it hits me is the quality of the juice. It's very high quality. It's a very good mixture of ingredients, and also very high perfumery, which you expect from the House of Orientica and brand Nayaat, and they don't disappoint here. It's a very, very well blended, very well put together. You can smell construction, you can smell knowledge, you can smell know-how behind this perfume. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown, and we take it from there. So according to Fragrantica, on top we have lavender, bergamot and mint. Yeah, very minty. So the combination of the lavender and the mint here giving it a super aromatic feel, plus greenness. So it is quite green, it is quite grassy. It's a bit of camphorous feel to it. It's a bit leafiness to it as well. In the mid we have benzoin, pineapple and amber. In the base we have tonka bean, vanilla and musk. So the benzoin and the vanilla and tonka bean here giving it that sweetness, which is a little bit more than moderate. It's not super sweet. It's not overly sweet. I would say around, it opens up around 6 to 7, 10 being the sweetest, and later on probably it will subside a little bit. So the overall is a little bit more than a moderate amount of sweetness in here, but nevertheless there is a sweetness component in here. The tonka bean in here giving it that beautiful smooth ride, plus the benzoin, plus the vanilla, all together these three giving it a very smooth ride. It's very creamy, almost going to the lactonic feel, and also giving it a little of earthiness, little bit of that nutty feel. The vanilla in here, very, very beautiful vanilla. Is very naturally smelling, so it's very well done, and again it adds to the smoothness and the sweetness of this perfume. The musk in here is quite, yeah, hint of muskiness, not too much, just a very smidgen small amount of muskiness, but the musk is very, very clean, so it's very clean musk. The pineapple in here, as I said in the beginning, I smell the pineapple quite strongly. The pineapple in here is quite juicy, it's quite realistic, and it's sweet, and also it's giving it a hint of tropical, not too much, just a hint of tropicalness. The amber in here is very effervescent amber, so it's effervescent, see-through, is transparent, is airy amber. If you like this kind of amber, this is gorgeous, beautifully done, and that gives in it that summery feel overall giving me feel of summer or warmer weather altogether. So if you like this kind of fragrances, wow, what a beauty. It reminds me to some extent of few fragrances, but not a one-to-one to any of them. So just to put you in the right direction, it reminds me of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal, the original. Yes. It reminds me of YSL EDP to some extent. Yes. And it reminds me of Dior Sauvage EDP to some extent. Yes. So these three reminds me to some extent. Again, not a one-to-one, not inspired by any of them. It's not a replica, or it's not 100%, but to some extent, when you smell this, or when I smelled it, it reminded me of these three fragrances to some extent, each of them. So if you like those three, you will love this. If you don't like those three, you won't like this. But for the price, for 200 ml bottle, which is a huge bottle, and also EDP, and also the smell profile of it is very friendly, is very crowd pleasing, is people's pleaser, is one of those fragrances that I garner your attention definitely, because it's got one of those playful, very easygoing, quite fresh fragrance feel to it. Overall, I classify this fragrance as fresh to semi-fresh, and also I classify it as aromatic fougere. Sorry, not aromatic fougere, aromatic I would say aromatic sweet perfume. So it's aromatic sweet rather than aromatic fougere, because there is no watery aspect to this fragrance. Although there is a hint of wateriness in here, but it's a clean water. It's not an oceanic. It's not anything like saltiness or anything like that. So it's got a little bit of wateriness to it. So it could be classified as aromatic fougere, but I would say this is aromatic sweet fragrance. So if you like this kind of fragrances, this is a well done fragrance. Smells great. Smells like a high-end designer fragrance or a niche fragrance easily, and that is because of the ingredients and the perfumery, and also the know-how and the knowledge, and the ingredients are very, very good quality in here. So to recap, to give you a quick rundown of what you expect to smell from this fragrance. So again, to some extent it reminds me of Le Male, the original by Jean Paul Gaultier. To some extent it reminds me of by YSL or Yves Saint Laurent, and that is the EDP version to some extent. And also it reminds me to some extent of Dior Sauvage Dior Sauvage EDP to some extent again. So this is the same category of these three fragrances, if you like. So on top we have quite a sweet amber, and also the sweetness is coming from the tonka bean, the vanilla, and the benzoin. So three sweetness in here to give it, especially the and plus the pineapple, to give it a big sweetness. But again, sweetness is ample enough. It's not a runaway sweetness. It doesn't give you a headache. It doesn't take over. It is ample enough to balance everything together. So amber in here is quite effervescent. It's quite a resinous, hint of resin, but is effervescent, is see-through, is airy, and also is transparent. Amber in here, although it's got a little bit of depth to it as well, depth and complexity to it. The lavender by far is the biggest player right now. In the opening, when it opened up, it's just like a lavender bomb. So it's a big aromatic component of lavender. To my nose, there's a little bit of that violet leaf as well in here, which I'm not mentioning, but I'm smelling some violet leaf. And also there's a big minty component in the beginning, which is giving a very minty feel. Also overall, this is a little bit grassy, a little bit green, a little bit camphorous, and also a little bit leafy, but in the same time it's quite watery, but the waters are very clean and fresh water in here. The vanilla is very big in the base, yes, plus the tonka bean, plus the benzoin. It's got a warm spicy aspect to it. Yeah, it's got some warm spiciness to it, which to my nose it smells like nutmeg and cinnamon combination. Again, they're not mentioning, but it's not a huge player. It's in the background, very faint right now. It could develop and come up later even more. So it is quite sweet. As I said, sweetness is ample enough, but it's not overly sweet, and it's very aromatic, which is coming from that lavender plus the mint plus the violet leaf, and quite fruity, which is mainly coming from that pineapple, giving a hint of that tropical feel. But the pineapple in here is very juicy, it's very sweet, and also it's very delicious in the same time. And hint of balsamicness, not too much. Yeah, it's just a smidgen amount of balsamicness and a smidgen amount of camphorousness, and also a little bit of muskiness overall in the base. So if you like this kind of fragrances, wow, what a perfume for 200 ml for 90 pounds. That is a very, very good price. All three I mentioned the fragrances that it reminds me of, which is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, YSL Y, and also the Dior Sauvage EDP. All of them you're getting same amount, the same price, but less amount of juice, which is 100 ml. So in here you're getting double amount of the juice for the same price as retails of those free fragrances, which this one it is reminding me of to some extent, but again it's not a one-to-one to any of them. It's not 100%. It's not a copy of any of those. Okay guys, for the first impression, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Yes, I'm loving it. It's up my alley. I naturally gravitate towards it because I love aromatic fragrances. I love mint, I love sweet fragrances, and also spicy fragrances, amber. Everything in here is just basically up my alley, and that's why it's very close to my taste, and I give it 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend it. Who is it for? This is definitely ageless. Anybody from 18 to 180 can wear it, no problem. In terms of gender, it's genderless. Anybody, ladies and men, can wear it, no problem. If you're a lady and you like this kind of fragrances, why not? But overall I would say this is 50-50 unisex, but it leans a hint of masculinity because of the aromatic components in here. In terms of occasion, this is very versatile. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual. You can wear it to work, you can wear it to a wedding. Very versatile. And in terms of season, this is better suited for warmer weather, but because it's got a little bit of complexity to it, you can use it in winter, no problem. At the moment we are in the middle of winter. I'm going to wear it in the next 2 days, and in the next video I'll give you the basically the update, how it performs, and the other details, hopefully in the next video. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support. Please don't forget to hit those buttons to support me, to basically give the algorithm a reason to give my videos a chance to get to other people, and hopefully expand this channel. And if you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes. You could buy those ones. I leave them in the link. They are out of this world, super artistic, very unique, and they are big, bold, and very long lasting. They are like time capsule. They take you to different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.